Imagine this. You just got your first real job. HR sends you this benefits packet. It's like 12 pages long. Nobody explains anything. And somewhere in there, you see it. 401k or Roth IRA. Pick one. You panic click whatever sounds safe, you move on. 10 years later, you find out that one decision made in like 45 seconds could cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars. And you had absolutely no idea what you just did to yourself. Yeah, hundreds of thousands of dollars. Nobody explained the math. Nobody broke it down. That's exactly what we're doing today. My name is Ricky. I break down the money stuff nobody taught us in school, with real numbers, no fluff, no BS. If you're someone who's confused about where to put your money for the future, you're in the right place. Hit subscribe. Let's get into it. Here's the thing. Most people don't actually choose between a 401k and a Roth IRA. They just pick whatever their coworker picked, or whatever HR mentioned in that boring orientation meeting. Or honestly, they just panic-clicked and hoped for the best. Yeah, hundreds of thousands of dollars. And I get it. I genuinely do. Because when you're 23, 24, 25 years old, retirement feels like something that happens to other people, like old people, not you. You're thinking about rent, your car payment, whether you can afford to go out this weekend without feeling guilty about it on Monday morning. Retirement is future you's problem. But here's the scary part that nobody actually says out loud. This one decision, the account you pick during that 10-minute HR orientation, it matters more than your car purchase, more than your student loans. Honestly, even more than your first house. And nobody told you that. Most people think the difference between a 401k and a Roth IRA is just taxes. Like, okay, one is pre-tax, one is post-tax. Minor detail. Doesn't seem like a big deal. The math says otherwise. We're talking six figures, sometimes multiple six figures, depending on your situation. And the frustrating part? Nobody teaches this. Not in high school, not in college. Your job doesn't explain it. Your parents probably didn't know either. So you guess. And then you spend the next 30 years hoping you guessed right. That's not okay. So let's fix it right now. Simply, clearly, with real numbers that actually make sense. All right, here's where most people get this completely wrong. They think the question is, which account is better, 401k or Roth IRA? Like there's one correct answer that applies to every single person alive. And every finance article you've ever read probably made it sound that simple. Just do the Roth, or maximize your 401k first. But here's what most people don't realize. The real question isn't which one is better. The real question is which one is better for you, right now, based on your specific tax situation. That's a completely different question. And that's it. That's the entire game. Okay, look, let me break this down simply. A 401k is pre-tax money. Your contribution goes in before the government takes their cut. Your taxable income drops right now. You get a tax break today. But when you retire and start pulling that money out, you pay taxes then. A Roth IRA is the opposite. You pay taxes now. Money goes in after tax. But when you retire, you pull that money out completely tax-free. So, the real question, the only question that actually matters here, is this. Are you in a higher tax bracket now, or will you be in a higher tax bracket later? That's it. That's the whole framework. If you're young and not making a ton of money yet, the Roth usually wins. You're paying taxes at a low rate today, and you're letting that money grow completely tax-free for 30 or 40 years. If you're in your peak earning years, making serious money, high tax bracket, the 401k might actually make more sense. That pre-tax deduction saves you real money right now, today. Here's the thing, though. Most people in their 20s and early 30s are in a lower tax bracket than they will ever be again. Statistically, your income almost certainly goes up over time. Your tax rate goes up with it. So paying taxes now at a low rate and letting everything compound tax-free for 40 years, that's not just smart. That's a fundamentally different outcome most people completely ignore. And once you run the actual numbers, the difference is anything but small. Okay, real numbers. And I promise, simple math. No complicated formulas. You're 25 years old. You contribute $300 a month to a retirement account. You do that consistently until you're 65. That's 40 years. We assume a 7% average annual return. That's actually a conservative estimate for a diversified index fund over the long haul. You know what that grows to? Around $720,000. Yeah, $300 a month, 40 years, 720 grand. Now here's exactly where the difference shows up. With a traditional 401k, that $720,000 is all pre-tax. When you start withdrawing in retirement, let's say you're in a 22% tax bracket. You're giving back roughly $158,000 in taxes over time. Your actual spendable money, closer to $560,000. Now, with a Roth IRA, you paid taxes on that $300 a month up front. But that $720,000 you eventually pull out? Zero taxes. Every dollar is yours. Look, I'm simplifying slightly. Tax situations are always more nuanced, but the core math is real and it's significant. Paying a small tax now on a small amount and letting everything compound tax-free for 40 years, that's a fundamentally different outcome. Now, let's take this one step further, because here's what most people completely miss about the Roth. It's not just about taxes on the way out. A Roth IRA has no required minimum distributions. Technical term, but here's what it means in plain English. With a traditional 401k, the government actually forces you to start withdrawing money at age 73, whether you need it or not. Think about that for a second. You spent 40 years building this account, and now the government says, okay, start pulling it out. We want our tax money. With a Roth, no rules like that. You let that money keep growing as long as you want. You can even pass it to your kids, largely tax-free. Here's the cause and effect most people never think through. If you don't need all your retirement money at 73, and a lot of people genuinely don't, that forced withdrawal can push you into a higher tax bracket, which means more taxes on money you didn't even want to touch yet. The Roth quietly sidesteps that entire problem, and most people have absolutely no idea this is even a thing.
All right, let me make this real with actual people. Meet Jordan, 26 years old, makes $48,000 a year, works in marketing. His company offers a 401k with a 3% employer match. Then there's Maya, same age, same salary, same company. Jordan goes traditional 401k. Maya goes Roth IRA. Same $300 a month, same 7% return, same 40 years. On paper, they both end up with around $720,000 at 65. But here's what's actually different. Jordan's $720,000 is all pre-tax. He got a small tax break monthly, about $66 back each month effectively, at his 22% bracket. Felt good in the moment. Maya paid the full $300 up front, no immediate break. But at 65, Jordan starts withdrawing $60,000 a year. At 22% tax rate, he pays $13,200 a year in taxes every single year. Maya pulls the same $60,000. Zero taxes. Over a 20-year retirement, Maya keeps an extra $264,000. $264,000 for making a different decision at 26. Now, and this is important, Jordan wasn't flat out wrong. If his tax rate in retirement turns out lower than it is now, the math shifts in his favor. That's why this isn't one size fits all. But for most young people in their 20s in a lower bracket, Maya's approach is quietly, mathematically, the stronger play. Now, here's a different scenario entirely. Alex is 38, makes $120,000 a year. He's in the 24% federal tax bracket, finally in a position to save aggressively. For Alex, the traditional 401k starts making real sense. Every dollar he puts in pre-tax saves him 24 cents right now. That's immediate, concrete savings. And if he retires living on $70,000 a year, he might actually land in a lower bracket then. So he pays taxes later at a lower rate. That's the smart move for his situation. See how the answer changes completely based on the person? And here's the third scenario that almost nobody talks about. Do both. If your employer offers a 401k match, take the full match first, always. That's free money. A 3% match on a $50,000 salary is $1,500 a year just handed to you. You don't leave that on the table, ever. Then, if you still have money to invest, open a Roth IRA separately. You can contribute up to $7,000 a year to a Roth IRA. That's about $583 a month. Get the full 401k match, fill the Roth next, go back to the 401k if you still have room. That's the move most financial educators quietly agree on, but almost nobody does it because nobody explained it this simply. Until now. Okay, stop for a second. I want to say something that most finance videos completely skip over. The math matters, yes, absolutely, but you know what matters just as much? Actually doing it. Here's a number that should genuinely bother you. The average American has less than $65,000 saved for retirement, according to Federal Reserve data. Less than $65,000. And it's not because people don't know the Roth is tax-free. It's not because they couldn't figure out the 401k math. It's because they never started, or they started and stopped, or they said, I'll do it next month, next year, when I make more money. Sound familiar? Here's what most people don't realize about waiting. Every year you delay, you're not just missing contributions, you're missing compounding on those contributions, and compounding on the compounding. It stacks. Let me put a real number on that. Start at 25, invest $300 a month. You end up with around $720,000 at 65. Wait until 35. Same $300 a month, same everything. You end up with around $340,000. You waited 10 years and you lost $380,000. Not from bad investments, not from picking the wrong account type, just from waiting. This is where it gets really interesting, because people spend so much energy debating 401k versus Roth, and that debate is valid, it matters, but they completely ignore the biggest variable of all: time. Time in the market beats almost every other financial decision you will ever make. The best account is the one you actually open, today, not next month. Don't let the debate become an excuse to do nothing. That's the trap, and most people fall right into it. Look, I want to zoom out for just a second, because this isn't really about 401ks and Roth IRAs. It's about the relationship you have with future you. Most people treat future them like a stranger, someone they'll figure out later, when life settles down, when they make more money. But future you is just you, with less time left to fix things. The people who build real wealth, not lottery winners, not tech billionaires, just regular people who retire comfortably, they all share one habit. They made decisions today that their future self would be genuinely grateful for. That's it. That's the whole thing. And here's the mindset shift that actually changes behavior. Stop thinking of retirement contributions as money you're losing right now. Think of it as paying your future self first. That $300 a month isn't gone, it's moved to a version of you that is going to need it. And whether that money goes into a 401k or a Roth, the most important thing is that it goes somewhere, consistently, every month, without negotiation. That habit, built early, is worth more than any investment strategy you will ever find. All right, let's bring this all together. 1. The 401k and Roth are not the same. One gives you a tax break now, one gives you a tax break later. Which one wins depends on your tax situation, not on what your coworker does. 2. If you're young and in a lower tax bracket, the Roth is usually the stronger long-term play. Small tax now, tax-free compounding for decades. That math is real. 3. If your employer offers a 401k match, take the full match first, always. That is a 50 to 100% instant return on your money. Nothing in investing gives you that. 4. The Roth has no required minimum distributions. That quiet advantage matters enormously in retirement. You keep control of your money longer. 5. And this is the most important one. The debate between 401k and Roth only matters if you're actually contributing. The biggest mistake isn't picking the wrong account, it's waiting too long to pick any account. Starting at 25 versus 35 can mean nearly $400,000 less at retirement. Same contribution, same return, just 10 fewer years. So here's your action step. Simple and concrete. If you have a 401k at work, log in today, check for a match, make sure you're capturing the full match. Then go to Fidelity, Vanguard, or Schwab, open a Roth IRA, set up automatic contributions, even $100 a month to start. Just start. Future you, the one sitting comfortably at 65, is going to be really glad you did. Look, I know this stuff feels overwhelming sometimes. There's so much financial information out there. Most of it is too complicated, or it's trying to sell you something. I just want to give you the real math, clearly, simply, so you can actually make a decision and move forward. If this helped you understand even one thing you didn't before, hit the like button. It helps this channel reach more people who genuinely need this stuff. And if you want to go deeper, I've got videos on index funds, emergency funds, and building a budget that doesn't make you miserable. Links are in the description. But most importantly, go do something. Open that account, make that first contribution. The best time to start was yesterday. The second best time? Right now.